Book of Psalm, chapter 64, and verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Psalm chapter 64, and verse 5. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Aaron coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and today is, today's Friday, all right, December the 2nd. All right, 2022, the year where Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai turns up. All right, and I have this article here I wanted to go into real quick. Okay, being that we are in the time of, almost at the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, we have to keep on bringing out the information, okay, regarding biblical prophecy, okay, and the kind of trouble that's about to befall, all right, majority of the people here in Babylon the Great, okay, whether they know it or not, okay, and this next article I'm going to go into, all right, is a sign of things to come, all right, and we're going to tie it all in, all right, because it's all part of what? The wiles of the devil, okay. So let's read. It says, New York City to involuntarily remove mentally ill people from streets. Mayor Eric Adams directed the police and emergency medical workers to hospitalize people they deemed too mentally ill to care for themselves, even if it posed no threat to others. Okay, so this is an opening, all right, for people to be grabbed out of their houses and taken into designated care facilities, as they will call it, right? It says to hear more audio to blah blah. We're not gonna get into that. It says, acting to address a crisis, quote, crisis we see all around us toward the end of the year that has seen a string of high-profile crimes involving homeless people. Eric Adams announced a major push on Tuesday to remove people with severe, untreated mental illness from the city's streets and subways. Mr. Adams, who has made clearing homeless encampments a priority since taking office in January, said the effort would require involuntarily hospitalizing people who were a danger to themselves, even if it posed no risk of harm to others, arguing the city had a, quote, moral obligation to help them. That's how they say it, right? The quote, the common misunderstanding persists that we cannot provide involuntary assistance unless the person is violent, end quote. Mr. Adams said in an address at City Hall, quote, going forward, we will make every effort to assist those who are suffering from mental illness, end quote. Okay, mental illness. You notice the verbiage. These devils think they're so slick, huh? Mental illness? That's quite vague there, right? And how do we deem someone mentally ill, even if they don't pose, all right, a threat to the public? You see? All right, let's keep going. It says, the mayor's announcement comes at a heated moment in the national debate about rising crime and the role of the police, especially in dealing with people who are already in fragile mental health. Republicans, as well as tough on crime Democrats like Mr. Adams, a former police captain, have argued that growing disorder calls for more aggressive measures. You hear that? More aggressive measures. Left-leaning advocates and officials who dominate New York politics say that deploying the police as auxiliary, all right, social workers may do more harm than good. Other large cities have struggled with how to help homeless people, in particular those dealing with mental illness. In California, Governor Newsom's recently signed a law that could force some homeless people with disorders like schizophrenia into treatment. Force. You notice the word force, right? Force homeless people into what? Into treatment. Many states have laws that allow for involuntary outpatient treatment, and Washington state allows people to be committed to hospitals if a judge finds that they pose a threat to themselves or others. But here in New York, they said even if they don't pose a threat, they can still be forced into these facilities for treatment. Okay, and guess what? These treatments are really going to be called, because this is just a masquerade. Okay, this is just a little small thing that they point out in the public to test the pulse. But ultimately, where is this all leading to? Remember, the moratorium has ended. All right, it ended sometime earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so come 2023, all right, actually at the end of this year into 2023, a lot of people are about to be homeless. There was a thing that I was watching. A brother had posted about Section 8 housing. I believe there are certain states down south, and it's definitely gonna go all throughout the states. All right, a lot of people are gonna get homeless, man. They saying that people who were living in Section 8 housing, all right, they just received a notice, basically an eviction notice with no explanation as to why. Okay, they're being evicted. All they know is they're just being told you gotta leave. Right? You gotta leave. Ain't no other way around it. And like I mentioned about the whole moratorium, once it ended, that means that a lot of people during the so-called pandemic who were living in their houses rent free because everything was being put on hold. Guess what? Now you have to pay everything back, including the months that were being held on hold that you didn't have to pay. All right. And the God's honest truth is, guess what? A lot of people don't have what it takes to pay their rent now as it is. How much more do a back pay? It's impossible. Okay. So a lot of people are going to have to be relocated. You end up homeless, you will be relocated out here in New York, because why is it that this is being done now? That's the first question. Why would it be that this is the next thing that they're going to do now? Having homeless people in New York City is not a new thing. So why didn't you have all these measures in place? But how come it's happening now? Because they're getting ready for a storm of homeless people, all right, this upcoming few months. Just like they have in Cali, they got tents. People got tents. People, I mean, they create their own mini houses, camps, you know, right out on the street, man. Okay, so they anticipate the same thing is going to happen here in America, because, I mean, here in New York and different parts of the states. Why? Because of the conditions in which people are living in. Okay. It says officials in New York said the city would roll out training immediately to police officers, emergency medical service staff, and other medical personnel to ensure, quote, ensure compassionate care, end quote. We know anytime the devil says this, we know he's a liar. All right, scripture says the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Okay, so when they say ensure compassionate care, after 2 years of them telling you that they're doing something that's safe and effective, and is for your own safety and all this BS, and you come to find out that it's the most sinister, most sadistic thing that they've ever created, and then they coerce people to take it. Now you see how people are getting bugged the hell out. The majority of the people who took the thing, they all bugged the hell out, man. People are not acting the way they used to act no more. Everyone is just, I guess the Lord has exposed who they really are, the demons that they really were. So now it's just being put in the forefront. They can't hide it no more. The Vanessa jump shot, all right, is exposing these devils for who they really are. All right, those who gave the Vanessa and those who took the Vanessa, they're both demons. All right. It says, but the city's new directive on the policy acknowledges that quote, case law does not provide extensive guidance regarding removals for mental health evaluations based on short interactions in the field, end quote. The policy immediately raised questions about who exactly would be swept up in it. And some advocates for people with mental illness warned it could face legal challenges. You hear that? So now they got to jump over that legal challenges hurdle by changing the verbiage, you know? by creating a law that will affect people regardless of their mental health issue. This is not about mental health. This is not about homelessness. This is about creating a doorway into people from their homes into concentration camps. This is what this is about. Okay? And I'll prove it. Existing state laws allow both the police and medical workers to take people involuntarily, you hear that? Involuntarily to a hospital when their behavior poses a threat of, quote, serious harm to themselves or others. Do you know how vague that is? This is a door opener, bro. That's all I see. People whose behavior poses a threat of serious harm to themselves or others. The same verbiage that they're using now that can cause somebody to lose their so-called social media platform because they quote unquote expressed, all right, or engaged in behavior that posed a threat to themselves or others, man. They're doing that shit right now. But they're gonna move it from the online world to the physical world. That's why they're setting all this shit up. Okay? And what are some of the behavior that poses a threat to a threat of serious harm? Bringing out this truth. Okay? That is why you see what you see and you hear what you hear. That's why they tie in this whole Kanye and all this BS, this Ye guy. All right. The latest controversy that he's starting up is what? Oh, he's claiming that he loves Hitler and, the Bible says certain things and, Christ this and all this BS, man. Right on Alex Jones's show. So that's also going to open up another avenue, all right, to bring persecution against this truth. Right? So we're going to pay attention and see what's going on. But this right here is an opening for them to start whatever it is that they're going to be doing in 2023. This is them laying the groundwork. Okay? This is them laying the groundwork. It says, Brendan McGuire, chief counsel to the mayor, said on Tuesday that workers would assess people in public spaces, quote, case by case, end quote, to see whether they were able to provide basic needs such as food, shelter, and healthcare for themselves. So if you can't provide these things for yourself, guess what? The government will step in. The state will step in and assist you with that, right? The city directive states that, quote, unawareness or delusional misapprehension of surroundings, end quote, or, quote, delusional misapprehension of physical condition or health, end quote, could be grounds for hospitalization. This is crazy. Okay? You want to talk about draconian very soon? This is how they set that shit up. All right? It says the effort will also involve an increase in the use of Kendra's law, which lets courts mandate outpatient treatment for those who are a danger to themselves or others, and which was expanded by Albany lawmakers in April. Interesting. Frequently, homeless people with severe mental illness are brought to hospitals only to be discharged a few days later when their conditions improve slightly. Adams said the city would direct hospitals to keep those patients until they are stable and discharge them only when there is a workable plan in place to connect them to ongoing care. It says hospitals often cite a shortage of psychiatric beds. Psychiatric. Okay. As a reason for discharging patients, but the mayor said that the city would make sure there were enough beds for people who were removed from the street. Not just the street, houses. If they deem you a public health threat in any form, and that's up to them. That's up to their discretion, not you, or not any science-based anything. It's, well, we deem you as a public threat, sir. You're gonna have to come with us. That's how it's gonna be. Oh, we saw that you posted certain anti-Semitism threads. You were saying that you believe in the Bible. You see, that's you suffer from mental health. Coming with us, sir. You suffer from ODD. You suffer from oppositional defiance disorder. That's a disorder. You're coming with us. That's a mental health issue. Oh, you believe that you're a Hebrew Israelite, sir, you have been radicalized. You will be coming with us, sir. Or you believe that the Lord is coming back to destroy America and set up his kingdom here on earth, even though it's biblical prophecy, and we know that that's the truth. That is why we're preparing, because we have underground bunkers and we set up Space Force to fight against that same very force that you say is coming to fight against us and destroy our kingdom, our wicked kingdom, and set up a righteous kingdom on this earth. Sir, you are extremely radicalized. You will be coming with us. Okay? You're an extremist. All right? Because you tell the truth. You're coming with us. That's how they're setting this shit up. Okay? You could see it. Let's read some more. Let's debunk these devils some more. Because Esau, you're not slick. You see, we don't see devils. This is how you always set things up. You always come out and try to set it up like you're helping people. Oh, we're not really going to do it this way. This is the main reason why we're here to do it. But then you use these vague terminology. So vague, such vague shit that in the very near future, you can very well add certain things to it. Things like the examples that I just gave about demonizing people based on their faith and calling it a mental health issue. If anyone goes against this satanic agenda that's about to be unveiled in the year 2023, you will be deemed a mental health problem. You have mental health issues. Okay? And that's why they're using this guy, Ye, all right, to say all this outlandish shit. Now, he does say certain things that are true. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. But it's the way in which he's doing it. It's all being done on purpose in order to make it easy to demonize anyone who holds any of those truthful views. Okay? Of who's Jake, who are the Edomites, and the real things that actually happens in these so-called industries, man. Okay? Let's continue. It says, he noted that Governor Hochul, that witch, all right, had agreed to add 50 new psychiatric beds. Quote, we're going to find a bed for everyone, Mr. Adams said, end quote. This nigga is a demon. All right, we should find 2 beds for you. You and Hochul, y'all both need 2 beds and stay there. Throw them shits in jail, underneath the jail cell, the pit, underneath put them in the bottomless pit and keep them there. Okay? It says the number of homeless people with severe mental illness who do not live in shelters is, at the very least, in the hundreds. According to the Coalition for the Homeless, an advocacy group, studies have shown that a large majority of unsheltered New Yorkers have mental illness or other severe problems. About 3,400 people are living in streets and subways in January. Were living in streets and subways in January, according to an annual estimate that is often criticized as an undercount, exactly. And that's just 3,400 people living in the streets of subway in New York? Bro, it's got to be a lot more than that. It's got to be a lot more than that. All right? You crazy. You think New York, man, people make New York seem like it's this place of grandeur and shit. Nah, bro. New York is one of the filthiest places, most disgusting places to be. It's absolutely disgusting. All right, rats everywhere, garbage, trash in the streets everywhere. It smells like ass. Certain places that you walk through in New York, man, is always packed, densely populated. Ain't that much trees unless you go around Central Park. You know what I'm saying? It's all densely. It's a concrete jungle. Very unhealthy. All right, noise pollution at an all-time high. Like, I mean, it's just unhealthy. Everything is expensive. Come on, bro. All right, and there's a lot of homelessness there. All right, that's why you're seeing a lot of crime. Crime rates are at an all-time high out there in New York, man. I don't know what the hell these people be talking about. Yeah. It says, since the pandemic, a series of random attacks in the streets, all right, and subways has left many New Yorkers feeling that the city has become more unpredictable and dangerous. Right? And that's all done by design. Okay? If they want to bring some type of order, they need to create chaos. That's one thing people need to understand. Okay, crime has increased sharply in the subways this year, and the mayor said last month, when you do an analysis of the subway crimes, you are seeing that it's being driven by people with mental health issues. How do you know that? Because you clearly don't even arrest these people. They get away with this dumb shit that's going on. But yeah, you're able to see clearly that they're people who suffer mental health issues. Eric Adams, you suffer from mental health issues, bruh. If you don't know, we're going to let you know right now. All right? You open up your mouth and you say that New York is a place where you're gonna be doing this whole plant-based diet shit, forcing people to eat lab-grown BS in schools, man. Talking about New York is the hub for LGBT no IQ people. What the hell is wrong with you, nigga? And the Most High is going to destroy every last one of you motherfuckers for all the shit that you do. You're all gonna get destroyed. You're gonna get visited, and you will have no answer. All right, the true King of Kings is coming, because you motherfuckers forgot. Okay, you forgot. You forgot who really owns this earth, who owns this world, who made this world. And he's coming back to instill justice, true justice. All right. So to show you where this is all leading to, all right, all the way back in 2020, all right, well, right around the beginning of the demic, okay, or a little bit past that, I remember there was a bill that was being talked about, okay, right around, I want to say towards the middle, yeah, because that's when it really started to pick up. So around towards the middle of 2020, we start to hear about this bill. And then a year after that, in 2021, I believe it was passed. Okay. But it says here, this is Assembly Bill A416. And I did a video on it, went into it many, many times. All right. And it says detention centers. New York is working on a bill to incarcerate people and whole groups of people they deem infectious. Okay. Infectious. For up to 60 days without court order. The department decides who is healthy and who is not. You hear that? The bill would allow the government to detain anyone they consider a health threat to the public. And guess what? Mental health is part of that. Okay? So you see how they setting it up, right? You see how they're setting it up. Let's read a little bit more about this assembly bill here. Okay. Let's see. It says here, upon determining by clear and convincing evidence that the health of others is or may be endangered by a case, contact, or carrier, or suspected case, contact, or carrier of a contagious disease, that, in the opinion of the governor, after consultation with the commissioner, may pose an imminent and significant threat to the public health, resulting in severe morbidity or high mortality, the governor or his or her delegee, including but not limited to the commissioner or the heads of local health departments, may order the removal and or detention of such a person or of a group of such persons by issuing a single order, identifying such persons either by name or by a reasonable specific description of the individuals or group being detained. Such person or group of persons shall be detained in a medical facility, or other appropriate facility or premises, right? FEMA camp, concentration camp, designated by the governor or his or her delegee, and complying with subdivision 5 of the section. Let's jump a little bit more. It says, a person or group removed or detained by order of the governor or his or her delegee pursuant to subdivision 2 of this section shall be, it says, detained for such a period. Oh, no. It says, let's see, where it says here. Yeah. Detained for such a period and in such manner as the department may direct in accordance with this section. Okay. So this bill, all right, opens the door for them to come in and open another door that will lead to people getting dragged out of their houses and sent into these camps, all right, in the name of public safety. Okay. So whatever it is that they're going to be doing next year, 2023, all right, just like you see in China and our beloved Professor Klaus Schwab has came out and said, that the China model is a very attractive model. You see, and he thinks that world governments, including America, okay, should take that Chinese model, right? Which is what you see in China with all these restrictions and surveillance and digital social system, all right, and camps, all right. I mean, all hell's breaking loose out there in China, all right, and that's because of what they're doing to the people. Okay, so this is what they about to do here in America, and that's why you got crime rates going up. They saying by January 1st, all right, Illinois is going to be basically a place that's going to be unlivable because the new laws that they have is going to basically promote crime. Okay, and this is all being done by design in order to create more chaos, in order for them to bring that order through martial law. Okay, so that's what's going on, man. This opens up and sets up the stage, all right, for a very interesting 2023, man. All right, and at this point, it's not even up to, oh, I'm not sick, I'm good, I'm this. Nah, at their own discretion, they can decide, no, you're not good, bro. You out here talking about, you know, the truth and stuff. So you definitely you're suffering from traumatic, you know, situations, and we need to, you know, rehabilitate you. Hence, re-educate. Okay, this is where this is all going to branch out to. Okay, they're going to implement this, all right, and through the system they're going to implement it. And a lot of you people who are homeless, you're going to end up in these camps. Okay, a lot of people who have a different opinion, or they go against the narrative, they're going to try to get you up in these camps. All right, and this is all biblical prophecy. Okay, this is all biblical prophecy, man. There's a book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Okay, they know that they had but a short time. So what they're going to start doing, they're going to start eliminating, all right, the evidence. They're going to start eliminating those who are what? Bringing them up to task. Okay, those who engage in herring, like they put in the article of the Times of Israel. Okay, we're shaking their hand. All right, we've been brought to the gates of the nobles, and we're shaking our hand. Okay, that's what it means to herring. Okay, they use that word because that's prophecy. That's exactly what we're doing. We're giving them that long-winded speech, and we're showing them their evil ways. We're highlighting the evil deeds that these devils do, and how the Most High is going to what? Correct all that by destroying their ass. See, that's what they don't like, so they demonize it. Okay, but ultimately, this demonization is going to go to a whole nother level. Okay, it's going to go to a whole nother level, and this will result, all right, in some of us, our lives being taken. But we still have life in Yahushua. We got to have a crown of life, so we're good. Okay, and then you devils gonna have to pay after all that anyway. All right, so it's a lose-lose, win-win for us. Lose-lose for you, win-win for us. That's it. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10, it says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried." Meaning what? Tested. Okay, some trials will go unto death. Okay, but it's still a test that if you are the elect, you will pass. No matter what, no matter how you pass, remember that you have passed. Okay, it says, "And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Okay, so when you pass on from this world into the next, you've passed your test. For some, others, you might not have to go through that, but you're still going to pass the test. Okay, so regardless, all right, of what happens, all right, at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to pass the test of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, you want to pass this trial that's coming. It's going to be a trial of our faith, and Lord willing, we're deemed fit enough, worthy enough to pass this test. Okay, there's a book of Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Okay, behold, I come quickly, and Yahushua is indeed coming quickly. All right, it's just a few more months, and we're going, Lord willing, we're going to see this man's face. All right, very soon, man. All right, things are happening in the favor of the elect. So we have no reason to fear. All right. It says, hold that fast which thou hast, which is what? This truth. This faith on what? Salvation. All right. And that no man take thy crown. Okay. Don't let no one shake you out of where you stand, man. Okay. No matter what these devils do, just understand that we already got the victory. It just has to play out and manifest. That's all it is. Okay. And once we come back up, we're never going back down. All right. Never going back down, man. So I just wanted to bring this out through the spirit, tie things in. All right. Just to give you that heads up, because that's what's coming. All right. They starting to set things up, creating all these different new ways of basically ensnaring us. Okay. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we see right through this shit. All right. Anyway, I'm going to leave it off there, Lord willing, be edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And until next time, Shalom.